Hello and welcome back to my channel Everything Anything here. In this time we presenting top 10 best mind-blowing web series which are available on Netflix. In this time we select best science fiction, fantasy, action series. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you like our video please subscribe. Without any further ado let's start the video. First show in our is The Night Agent. The Night Agent is based on the book of the same name by Matthew Quirk. However, the series, which was developed by the S.H.I.E.L.D. and SWAT creator Sean Ryan, takes some creative liberties that diverge from the plot of the novel. In the series, a low-level FBI agent working in the White House answers a call on the night action phone that places him directly in the center of a far-reaching political conspiracy. When Rose Larkin must run from the assassins who killed her aunt and uncle, she's placed under the protection of Peter. Together, they piece together the mystery of her aunt and uncle's true identity, what they knew about the Metro bombing, and how it connects to Peter. The series also incorporates a parallel story involving the Secret Service agents tasked with protecting the vice president's daughter in college, while seemingly disconnected from Peter and Rose's story. Next show is Sweet Tooth. 2021. 10 years ago, in the Great Crumble, society collapsed due to a viral pandemic of a disease known as the Sick, wiping out most of the world's human population, and leading to the mysterious emergence of hybrid babies that are born part human, part animal. Unsure whether hybrids are the cause of the virus or a result of the virus, many humans fear and hunt the hybrids. Gus, a half-deer hybrid, lives in the wilderness with his father who dies when Gus is 9 years old. Gus discovers a box buried by his father beneath a tree. The box contains what Gus believes is a photograph of his mother, with the word Colorado written on it. A year after his father's death, Gus accidentally sets a fire before deciding to leave his and his father's house in the wilderness to find his mother. The fire alerts nearby hunters to his location, and they try to kill Gus for sport. However, when Gus speaks, the hunters are visibly startled. Next show is Shadow and Bone. Season 1. Yelena Starkov is a teenage girl who grew up with Malyan Oritsev at an orphanage in Karamzin in the Kingdom of Ravka. The story begins as they march through the Unsea, a perpetually dark, barren strip of land cutting most of Ravka off from the sea. Periodic expeditions sent across the fold to transport goods and bring back imports are often plagued by monsters called Valkyra that inhabit the Unsea. During their crossing, the Valkyra attack, and, while saving Mal, Alina displays an extraordinary Grisha talent. The Grisha are people with the ability to manipulate the elements to use as weapons, e.g. to call fire, to summon wind, to regulate hearts. Alina is able to summon light and is thus considered a sun summoner. There are some people who think she is a saint whose purpose is to destroy the Shadowfold. Sequel of this series released on March 16, 2023. Next web series in our list, The Silent Sea. On a near-future Earth suffering from extreme desertification, draconian measures have been put in place for potable water rationing. Scientist Song Jian joins a hand-picked team of elite personnel on a mission to the moon. They are headed to an abandoned research facility, Balhi Station, where her sister died 5 years prior, after 117 personnel were killed in an incident. The circumstances surrounding the incident are secret. Their mission is to retrieve a mysterious and sensitive sample. The captain of the team, Han Yunjae, is a soldier for the space agency. Lieutenant Ryu Taesuk of the Ministry of National Defense volunteers to be part of the crew. At the lunar facility, Song ascertains that the higher-ups have floated a bunch of half-truths and outright lies regarding the mission and the facility and the nature of the accident that wiped out the staff. The sample turns out to consist of a new element that ostensibly looks like water. Next series, I'd Another Life. Another Life is an American science fiction drama television series created by Aaron Martin, which premiered on Netflix on July 25, 2019. An unidentified flying object shaped like a large Mobius strip lands on Earth and grows a crystalline tower above it. Eric Wallace, a scientist employed by the United States Interstellar Command, attempts to communicate with the alien structure. Meanwhile, Wallace's wife, veteran Captain Nico Breckenridge, takes the spaceship Salver and its young crew to determine the origin of the artifact and establish contact with the aliens who sent it. The Salver is capable of faster-than-light travel, and carries most of its crew asleep in hibernation pods, to be awakened when needed. The series was renewed for a second season, which was released on October 14, 2021. Next series is Manifest. Manifest is an American supernatural drama television series created by Jeff Rake that premiered on September 24, 2018, while traveling from Jamaica to New York City, Montego Air Flight 828 experiences a brief period of severe turbulence. When they land at Stewart International Airport in Newburgh, New York, the plane's 191 passengers and crew learn from NSA Deputy Director Robert Vance that over 5.5 years have passed while they were in the air, during which time they were presumed dead. As they rejoin society, the passengers begin to face the fact that their lives and loved ones are not the same as they were, while they also begin to experience guiding voices and visions representing events yet to occur, referred to as callings. This series was total 4-season, 4th season Part 2 will releasing in 2023 spring. Next series is Lost in Space. Lost in Space is an American science fiction streaming television series following the adventures of a family of space colonists whose ship veers off course in 2046, 2 years after an impact event that threatens the survival of humanity. The Robinson family is selected for the 24th mission of the Resolute, 24th Colonist Group, an interstellar spacecraft carrying selected families and civilians to colonize the Alpha Centauri planetary system before they reach their destination. An alien robot breaches the Resolute's hull. Forced to evacuate the mothership and numerous short-range Jupiter spacecraft, scores of colonists, among them the Robinsons, crash on a nearby habitable planet. There they must contend with a strange environment and battle their own personal demons as they search for a way back to the Resolute. Next in must-watch series in our list, Alice in Borderland is a 2020 Japanese science fiction thriller drama streaming television series based on the manga by Haro Aso. The series' first season was announced in July 2019 and filmed from August to December 2019. Set locations included Shibuya districts and a green screen studio replica of Shibuya Crossing. The show's visual effects were produced in an international collaboration between Japan's Digital Frontier and teams from Singapore, the United States, and India. The musical score was composed by Yutaka Yamada, who had collaborated with Sato. The first season premiered on the Netflix streaming service on December 10, 2020, and received positive reviews from critics, who praised the action sequences, direction, and acting. They compared the show to many entries in the survival genre, including the films. The first season's strong performance and high viewership in Netflix. The second season was released on December 22, 2022. Next in second series in our list, Resident Evil is an American action horror television series developed by Andrew Dabb for Netflix. The series' main plot is spread out over 2 points in time, 2022 and 2036, with a gap of some 14 years. The past plotline deals with the struggles of 14-year-old fraternal twins Billy and Jade, the children of Dr. Albert Wesker, conceived through suspicious circumstances. Their lives take a dramatic turn when Albert is awarded an executive position at the struggling Umbrella Corporation that once employed him, and they move to Umbrella's planned community, New Raccoon City. While there, the two girls stumble onto the dark secrets behind their origins and Umbrella's dark legacy. Their father coordinates a response to the outbreak of a retroviral bioweapon called T-Virus. In the present of 2036, the T-Virus has reduced human civilization to 300 million refugees living in walled city-states and other settlements, surrounded by the 6 billion man-eating humans. Final series in our list, Sense8, is an American science fiction drama streaming television series. The story of Sense8 begins when the psychic connection of 8 strangers of a variety of walks of life from different parts of the world is birthed by a woman called Angelica, who kills herself to avoid capture by a man called Whispers. The 8 discover that they form a cluster of Sense8's human beings who are mentally and emotionally linked, can sense and communicate with one another, and can share their knowledge, language, and skills. In the first season, the 8, Keithus, Sun, Nomi, Kala, Riley, Wolfgang, Leto, and Will, are shown trying both to live their everyday lives and to figure how and why they are connected. Meanwhile, a Sense8 named Jonas, who was involved with Angelica, comes to their aid, while the sinister biologic preservation organizations and Whispers, a high-ranking Sense8 inside, attempt to hunt them down.